everybody, and welcome to Create. I'm here with the most amazing hip hop queen, Betty Styles. Welcome, Betty Styles.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I'm really happy and I'm happy to see you and hope you're doing well.
Yes, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. You're actually living all the way in Milan, Italy, so you're zooming in.
Yes, yes. We are we are talking from far away, but we are still close together. So it's nice to see you again after a little while because the last time I saw you, I was in LA, and yeah, my English is a little bit like, but it's nice to talk to you again in English so I can practice.
No, this is great. This is great. We actually met because I thought you had such a beautiful look, and I asked you if you wanted to be my model for an art project that I was doing. And you spontaneously were super open, and you said yes, and you came over, and we started shooting, and we just had such beautiful. Like just we made just this beautiful art series, and I was really happy with it, called Pelle, which was part of the Heart exhibit, and you were part of it. So thank you so much for doing that. And I'm going to probably share a little bit of the images as well, so people can see you. And I know that you do this as
Oh
well
yeah,
for a living, right? You're a model as well.
I do alternative modeling. Yes, I work as primary, like as a dancer. I'm a professional hip hop dancer, so I work in different studios because I'm also a teacher. I dance for a lot of artists in Italy and around the world. I work in live concerts. I make music videos. I make commercial on TV. It depends because I'm very open about art. So I don't like to name things that I'm doing. Like to me, art is just something that it's really open. This is why I like to be open as much as I can, like for everything. But yeah, this is my things that I'm doing for living. Yeah, I do modeling, I do dancing, I teach. Yeah, I work as much as I can with this. Like, I think it's the best for living.
How long have you been dancing? Have you been dancing all your life?
Yes, yes. I've been dancing forever and ever. This is why it's like this is a very like a big proof for myself in this moment because I've been living like this for my entire life, just doing what I like to do. Yeah,
That's amazing.
I've been star dancing since when I was like 3 years old, three,
Wow.
and yeah, I becoming professional like as soon as I turned like 18, and I started working right away, like across the world and all around. Yeah, I keep like also now I'm keep practicing and I keep studying because it's something that is never end. But yeah, all my life it's kind of like a call. When you have a calling from, ah, I got my call and that's it. Yeah,
And you answered.
yeah.
So, do you have classical training in dancing, or did you go straight to hip hop because that was kind of like your favorite way of expressing yourself?
You mean training for like
Classic, like did you start with ballet at 3, or was it just how'd you start?
uh I did also ballet, I did contemporary dance, I did tap dancing, modern jazz class. I took as much as I can, but I knew it then it was not my nature, you know.
Yeah.
I did everything, but hip hop in Italy came very late.
Mm,
It's kind of like late. It's not part of our culture. So
yep.
as soon as I turned 18, what I did is just like I went to New York because the culture was born there, and I was living there for study, for practice, for met the real people. Then was like the real pioneer about hip hop and stuff, about the culture and everything. So this is how I start to go into this world.
Yeah. So, do you have your own dance too? I know that you are offering online classes right now for people who are stuck at home, right? Do you actually have in real life
Yeah.
also your own dance studio, or are you teaching at dance studio?
I like to be free
Yeah,
as an artist. So I work for a lot of people. I
yeah.
work for kind of like everybody here in Italy.
Hmm.
Um, I give also private classes, but I work for in the studios, and also I work also at home because I have my own private studio that I've built at home
Yeah,
downstairs in my house. Maybe I can take you later. This is Rose,
yeah.
my dog. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
When Mama is busy, is always like on the way. Um, yeah, I work basically with private downstairs.
Yeah,
It's depend about the timing. It's depend about what I have to do. It's depend about my schedule
yeah,
because usually I'm always pretty busy. I'm
yeah.
always traveling around. I'm always teaching every day. I work on different projects. Right now, everything is like,
Hmm.
with this kind of like with this virus, everything is like,
Yeah,
whoa, you have to rebuild
yeah,
everything, especially your own routine,
yeah.
because artist is kind of like, we don't have like a routine. I mean, I like to live my days every day. I want it to be different. I have to live different day every day. Sorry about
Mm.
my English, but I'm trying to make a concept. I don't like to do the
Routine.
same routine every
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
It's nothing against people that work in office. They go in at this time and go out at this time. Is something that I hated. Like, it's killing me, like, from the inside. I need to do something very different every single day. This is why I teach in different studios with different timing. And I try to keep myself busy, but in different ways, because it's make me feel like more alive.
yes.
Sometimes I come back home and I have dinner at midnight, and like normal people is like, are you really like eat at midnight in the nighttime? I'm like, yes, this is my time. you know
Yes, I
yeah.
understand. That's awesome. No, I totally understand that concept. And I understand because you are so busy traveling and doing all these kind of things. Of course, there is no way you can actually have a studio anywhere because you're wanted everywhere in the world. So you have to keep as flexible as possible.
Yeah.
And you're saying you're actually during this quarantine, you're staying busy teaching online classes though, right? That's from your studio to people's homes.
Yeah, I give online classes with a lot of my students. They already like follow me here in Milan, but also I have the chance to be in touch with people all over. Then they cannot come in Milano and take in my class, which is the great part. I'm trying to take the best of this bad situation. So the good things is like everybody can reach me from all over, which is great because it's make us feel like more close to each other. It's now really easy to teach online because it's not the same feeling than we share, because it's a big part that I really missed. But I also miss dancing and I miss teaching, and it's a good way to stay in contact and keep also people busy in a good way, because you need positive energy in this moment. As soon as you turn off, bad things are coming, bad energies, you get a little bit like paranoid. I mean, I cannot be 100% every day, but I'm trying my best to keep it positive. So yes, I give like online classes in a different ways, because I also do through Zoom. I can use Skype, or I can use Instagram, which is a very good quality, but is different way. It depends about who um, who wants to buy my class, and yeah, how many people I have in classes. Also, it depend about levels. It depend about a lot of things. But yes, I'm always available, and I'm always 100% like super operative. Yeah.
I love it. Do you offer these classes only live, or can you go to a website and look at the classes afterwards?
Right now, at this moment, it's something that I really work about it, but in this moment, I only give live
Yeah.
classes
Okay. And
because, yeah, it's not like tutorials, it's
yeah,
live classes, which is
yeah,
something a little bit different. Yeah.
yeah. And like you were saying, you don't really like routines. I'm assuming it's all kinds of different hours. It's not always the same day at the same hour.
Right now, kind of like I'm getting concentrate on 3 days per week, basically. And I'm trying to keep the same time during these days because also people during this quarantine have created their own routine.
Mhm.
So they like to know what time and what day they have to be ready for the dance class. So in this case, yes, I'm using, a normal schedule. I'm not like crazy like all the time. But, it's because people need to know exactly when and what time.
Yes,
So they can get prepared,
of
in the
course.
mind and in the body. So
Yes.
yeah,
So do you teach beginner, advanced, or do you teach all
I
levels?
I teach all levels.
Yeah.
It
So
depend about the request because I select the people from the request that I get it, and
I see.
I'm trying to make a small groups. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're beginners or if you're,
Yeah.
if you're advanced or whatever. Yeah,
I see. So it depends on the demand. It's not like Mondays
yeah,
beginners, Wednesdays advanced. Okay, so it every time is a little different, yeah?
yeah,
Okay, cool. And if they go onto
yeah,
your Instagram,
exactly.
is everything there, or can they find you? Where can they find out what about your classes? Instagram?
Yeah, I post kind of like every day on my Instagram stories, the link, and I'm trying to keep things updated so people can see exactly what I'm doing. But yes, on my Instagram or my Facebook, you can find me, and you can find also the link on the post or like under pictures. Then say timing and
Okay, great.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So how have you been staying busy during this quarantine? So I see that you're doing these classes 3 times a week, and you were telling me that you've been working on a little bit of your new project. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm not cooking because I'm really bad about it, really bad. I mean, in the beginning of this quarantine, I threw away like couple of like pads and like couple of like I burned the house basically. It's like was like a really like a tragedy for me. I was looking online and everybody was making like food with everything like super nice and stuff, and I'm like, no, it's not. This is not for me, Bruce. Mama is working. Wait, please. Thank you. So I'm not making food. Bruce, die. But what I'm trying to do, because I love to be a model, because I'm a natural poser. I
Okay.
love to pose. I love to be, like kind of like that way. I start to make my own section of photos. I'm not professional. I'm not a professional photographer, of course. I'm trying my best for what I have and my house with my cell phone, light, whatever I have. Like, I'm trying to make my own section of photos during this quarantine and see what I can do by myself, because right now nobody can shoot me,
Yes.
nobody can come here and give me like
Right.
a professional
Right.
something. But sometimes, I mean, I have a lot of pictures, but sometimes I want to post something that it's more real, then it's more from now, it's,
Mhm.
I want to post a picture that I've took by myself in the house here on my couch and say, people, listen, I can teach online or wherever, or how you doing today, how you feel, let me know how you doing. But I
Yeah.
want it to be real, so I'm trying to work on that also. And I start to study how editing the music with the computer by myself, because I'm also very bad on that. And but it's something that I needed when I do my own work, my solo, my work, my shows. I need to have my own music, so I need to work on that. Basta, Bruce. Scusa,
No, niente,
veramente, basta.
tranquilla.
Cioè, non ti si può sentire. Dai,
Amore.
basta. Vai a metterti giù un po'. Dai, mettiti giù un po'. Ti giuro, non mi caga mai, te lo giuro, cioè, incredibile. Cioè, niente, tutto oggi. Vabbè, riprendo da dirti dall'editing del video.
Dai, tranquilla.
So what I was saying that also I'm trying to study how editing the music by myself on the computer. So cut the tracks, volume things, effect, something very basic, like very easy, but it's something new that I can learn by myself. And also the crazy part, because a lot of people know me just from the character that I play when I work. But I'm more than that. I'm very styled because people know me from what I'm doing for living. But in my real life, I'm a crazy ass person. I like to make people like enjoy, have fun. I like to make people laugh. And I know that I'm a little bit old, let me say that, but I just opened my new TikTok account, and I'm in love with these lip sync things. Of course, like, I can do like this little dance challenge, which is good, it's fun, but I've been dancing for all my life, and sometimes it's good to try something new, and it's good to prove something to yourself. It's just funny to do this little acting part. It's something different, and it's keep me busy because it's very nice to use the app to cut the video and do a little editing by yourself to know at the end what it's going to be. But yeah, it's something funny that I'm doing when I feel like I need to have maybe like an hour or a couple of hours of something very light at the during the day, because sometimes yeah, of course, I'm locking the house. Milano, it's locked, it completely locked, and I'm closed inside my house with my dog since February 25th.
Wow.
And I only went outside for grocery maybe three times.
No way.
Because I did a very big grocery, because we need to stay in the house, of course, and I try to take as much as I can, so I don't have the excuse to go outside the house every 2 days for buy milk or egg or whatever. So
Right.
basically it's what they ask us. Yes, it's this, and we still on quarantine, and we don't know how it's going to be. They talking right now about May 4th. Some office and some work are going to open again, but everything is going to be super, super slow, and it's going to be super, super hard, especially for artists, because I'm sorry to say that, but we are not supported by the Italian government. We got nothing, and we don't even are in the work categories. When they talking on TV or when they give news, we are not talking about us. They are not talking about us. Artist doesn't exist.
So you
we are
don't
like,
get any
hello.
help?
No, not yet. I mean, they're talking
Wow.
about, it depends how you work and how you do things here in Italy. They supposed us to give us some money from the government for supporting us, but me, I'm like, hello.
Wow.
I didn't receive anything, I'm like, I'm
Wow.
not working. I lost everything, like live
Yeah.
concerts,
Yeah.
videos, big events. I was supposed to go like, big events in Germany, like 2 times this year. Everything is canceled. And it's kind of crazy because the the most scary thing is not right now. It's about the future,
Yeah.
because I'm living and I'm paying my own rent, but now it's already like it's gonna be 2 months that I didn't pay my rent
Yeah.
because I can't.
And they're saying that more or less they're going to cancel a lot of the events until the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly. And also we don't know how it's gonna be in the future, because they talking about, yeah, maybe by the end of the year we can open a dance studios again, we can open the gyms again, we can open this and this and this, but everybody's need to be maybe far away from like 2 meters from each other, and you need to wear a mask and you need to wear gloves when you're teaching. I'm like, yes, but how, how can I,
Yeah.
how many people that I'm supposed to have like in a dance class? Is like, usually I can teach for like 50 people, and now I
Yeah.
can have like only 10 people. Like,
Yeah.
this is crazy. And
Yeah.
also the kids are gonna come back in class.
Yeah.
The parents, they're gonna think like we are gonna be safe to working like that.
Mm.
Everything it's really hard. And yeah, I just feel really sorry because we are not supported here in Italy.
Yeah. That's really scary. That's a really
And
scary thought.
it's very sad also.
Yeah.
It's very sad because I can, in a good way, but I sacrificed all my life to build my own career, and I did everything that I did on my own. But right now, like, even if I have like a super incredible CV and references, it seems like, I have nothing because
Right. You can't work.
I have no job.
Yeah.
So I feel
Yeah.
like, wow, I have
Yeah.
nothing under like my feet. I'm like lost in this moment.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to keep positive as much as I can. So I want to give
Of course.
my own service like online. I mean, I'm ready, I'm not stay
Yeah.
home just like being depressed like this.
Right.
This is the situation. uh, there is nothing much that we can do about it, but there is a little bit that you can do about it, and I'm
Mm.
trying to do my best.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're staying positive because it does sound like a really scary time where you don't even know what's going to happen, especially when this is, that something that's going to stretch out, like you said, until the end of the year. It's not like you're going to be opening May 4th and everything is back to normal. I think a lot of people have to kind of rethink of how to come up with creative ways to make a living, and I think
Yeah,
fundamentally it does come back down to building communities where we start helping each other. I think it's really important. I think
yeah,
we're so as a society trained to think only about ourselves, but then when we're in these dire situations, it really forces us to restructure the way we look at our communities and our neighborhoods and people that we, our friends, like that we rely on each other to really get through this past, this year. So I'm glad that you're staying creative. I'm excited
yeah.
to hear your music. That sounds fun. I'm sure you do, but the twins, the French twins, the twins.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I
They
know them.
always cut their own music, and I love when they do that because they come up with their own little segments, so they can cut it exactly. So I'm excited what you're gonna come up with. That's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, they also, one time, I have this funny short story. I make it short, but I have this story. One time we were working at the same event, and I went there with my dog because he's always traveling with me when I have to work. And I was busy teaching, and they was doing like a pet babysitting for my dog. And this is
Oh,
so funny because he went with them, and have super like fun. It was just like
no
a
way.
big baby cuddling by the
Oh,
twins. This is like crazy.
that's
But
amazing.
yeah,
I
yeah,
follow them on social media, and I know that they have a hairless cat, so I can only imagine that they love animals in general. Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah. I mean, I know them before they became so
Yeah,
famous, but
yeah.
yeah, because I used to go in Paris a lot, and I've met them
Mhm.
in a club dancing, and
Yeah.
we became friends, and we always stay in touch. And sometimes I meet them like around the world. But yeah, they're
Oh,
amazing.
oh, that's so fun. You must miss all your friends. That sounds horrible to be in
a lot.
lockdown for 2 months without seeing anybody.
Uh, yeah, but the thing is, I'm a lonely wolf.
Hmm. Yeah,
So I miss, yes, because my job and my feeling is always like to share, my things with the people,
yeah,
with others.
yeah,
But to be honest, I don't suffer that much to stay in my house by myself, because
yeah.
I've been by myself for all my entire life.
Mm,
Always traveling alone, working alone,
yeah.
doing things by myself. So this is not a problem for me. It's I have my own things, my own routine. I have my my apartment and my dog, and that's it. I miss my mom because she's living out of town, and
Mm,
she live in a very bad area where the coronavirus did a lot of, like, it's killed a lot of people. So I haven't
dov'è?
seen her
Lombardia?
for a while. She's living in Bergamo.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I
See.
my mother's from Mantova, so
Ah, okay.
so yeah. There's Lombardia in general has hit the hardest, which is very strange.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, but you realize really at this moment, then even if I feel sad because I have no money, I'm broke,
yeah,
I have no job. Your health is the most important things
yeah,
at this moment,
yeah,
and it's really like you have to realize that, because I saw a lot of people like get sick, a lot of friends or people that I know, or parents, like or friends' parents, get into hospital because they were on the virus and stuff, and it's really sad and really scary, because there is nothing that we can play about it. So we need
yeah,
to be really careful.
yeah. But you
And I
and your
was I was
scusa, dimmi.
uh, I was in Japan and
Uh-huh.
China right before the quarantine in Italy started,
Wow.
because I did this big traveling. I was in Japan for 1 month and a half, and I went in Japan through China back and forth, both ways.
Mm,
And when I came back, I was like, okay, what's going on? Everybody was
yeah.
started to get sick. A lot of people thought about it was just a normal flu and stuff.
Hmm.
And then, this virus become like
Yeah.
in our life, like boom.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, are you serious?
Wow,
That
that's
was really
scary.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are fine. Nothing happened to you or your family. Everybody's okay?
Yeah. Fortunately,
Okay.
yes.
Thank
Yeah.
God. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Oh, that's good. It's so good to see you, Betty. I'm glad you're doing well and you're staying creative. You're not losing your mind. You don't feel like pulling out your hair.
No, I like my hair too much. I don't want it to pull it out. So I'm trying to stay focused because I don't want to mess my hair. So everything that I have messed, it's already inside.
Amazing. Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
but yes,
That's
thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you so
for being
much for
here, Betty.
having
I
me.
missed you so much. And I'm gonna
I
let
miss you
everybody
too.
know where they can find you. Yeah. And I think the best place to for people to get a hold of you and see your beautiful things are on Instagram. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Instagram or Facebook also, and
Okay.
TikTok. Yeah,
Oh yes,
you can
I'll
find me
add that.
everywhere.
All right, very cool. Grazie Betty, bello vederti tesoro. This was
Sentiamoci più
incredible.
spesso
Dai,
adesso.
volentieri, dai, volentieri. Thank you. Ti mando mille baci.
Grazie,
Grazie
grazie
tesoro.
davvero. Ci sentiamo
Grazie.
prestissimo.
Yeah.